So, I think it was meant to be that my first race was on a track that I'm not very good at one bit. But nonetheless, we are back with F1 2005 career mode. We are finally getting into a race. You would have probably seen in the first episode, I was getting a bit frustrated at myself that I wasn't able to get a race drive. And then I finally graduated from the test driver role into the race driver role for this Hungarian Grand Prix. I'm going to quickly show you what the standings and all that look like, because we haven't really been watching them because we haven't been racing. But nonetheless, there's the championship standings. Michael Schumacher currently leading the way on 91 points. Kimi Raikkonen sitting there in P2, while Pablo Montoya is in P3. Barrichello, and then the eventual champion in real life, Fernando Alonso, is 5th in the standings, only just ahead of his teammate Fisichella. So, let's have a look at where our teammates are. Still where they were last time. And as for the constructors table, I think it's going to be Ferrari leading. Yes, it is by 19 points over McLaren. Red Bull are not doing too badly there, to be perfectly honest. 41 points. They were nearly the time that we the team. Can I get my words right? We nearly signed for them, and then we didn't. But they're currently 4th in the standings, which, fair play to them, is pretty good. And then we got Jordan at the bottom, that's us. Then we got Minardi, Panasonic, and Williams BMW. All of the bottom 4 teams have 0 points. Let's try. I mean, it's probably not going to happen, but we'll try and break the mould. But it's going to be very tough to break into that mould in this next race, the Hungarian Grand Prix, which I'm terrible at. So, let's get into this. If I remember correctly. Okay, yeah, look, so the qualifying. So this is all quite new to me because I did watch Formula 1 at this time, but I don't feel like I watched it enough to remember what all the qualifying rules were. I remember basically 2007 onwards quite well, but before that, it's all a bit questionable about what I actually remember and what I don't. But 2 qualifying sessions, and yeah, so we're going to do a bit of practice here. I'll skip to it. I'll do a bit of practice, and I'll get back to you guys once we are in the race. So not the race, the qualifying session, the first qualifying session. I'll get back to you, and we'll see how it's going. Right, time for qualifying here in Hungary. Now, I've gone for a slightly strange setup here. I have gone for a very high downforce setup with low gearing, or short gearing I should say. That's probably the better way of saying it. So you'll notice that I am hitting the rev limiter on a couple of occasions around this lap, but we'll live with it and hope that it's the better decision to go with. We've sort of got nothing to lose. We're in the worst car on the grid, I think. That's pretty evident from the standings, and we need to just try something different to try and promote ourselves up the order a little bit. I've done a lot of testing in this car. I feel like I'm getting used to the car a little bit. Hungary is actually a really nice track in this game. It doesn't feel quite natural to real life, but maybe I'll be willing to take it off my tracks to remove list, right guys? I think it was the most controversial one in that video for some reason, but I understand everyone's got an opinion, and I love that that created some sort of conversation, even though, yeah. Anyway, last sector, let's see what this is like. So we're on the hardest difficulty now. This is as tough as it will get on this game, so let's see what it's like for me. I haven't properly driven this game since basically I not sold my PS2, but didn't use my PS2, so like 2008 whatever. So there we are, so a flying lap completed. I have no idea how good a 1:17.9 is. Let's get to the end of the round. What? Are you serious? What is going on right now? That makes no sense. I'm so confused. Okay. I'm on the hardest difficulty. I don't know what to say. Let's do Sunday qualifying, I guess. Yeah, we'll go with that strategy. I can't quite believe that. Skip to player. So, I mean, what's the standings right now? If I duplicate that lap time, everyone's going slower in this session. I suppose everyone's got a bit more fuel on board. Actually, Albers went quicker on his second run, so I'm not sure what's going on there. But, okay, let's go. Again, I'm very confused. Is this sort of trick to the game in a way? This setup, is it suddenly OP? I don't know, you can hear we're topping out here. But hitting the first corner pretty well there. I am just absolutely in shock right now. I have no idea. I did test races on the hardest difficulty, and in a Renault, and in a Ferrari, and in a McLaren, sorry, I couldn't win. So why am I suddenly... I don't know what to say. Nobody tell me to up the difficulty. It's on the hardest difficulty. It's on the hardest difficulty. I am in shock. I don't know whether to purposely slow up. I might purposely slow up just at the start finish line just to make it a little bit of an interesting race, because I don't want to come in, win the first race. That would seem very unlegit, but especially if this is just because of the setup and because of the way maybe because most players didn't do anything with the setup. That's what the AI are sort of set up to race against. But you know, I've just changed a little bit of the setup, changed the gearing, changed the downforce. So let's just go on the grass. Right, there you go. That's wasted a few seconds, and I hope now that's going to put me back down the grid a little bit. We'll see. I've sort of just rigged. Wow. It put me second. I was only 1/10 slower. So if I didn't go on the grass, I would have definitely basically got pole. Oh my goodness, what is going on in this session? I have no idea. I have no idea, guys. And it's the race. The race just comes up that quickly. It's all going on. I can't believe it. So, oh my goodness, second on the grid. I'm just in shock. I'm sorry. I'm just in shock. I'm on the hardest difficulty. I only qualified 1/10 behind him, and I purposely went on the grass. Alright then, guys. Let's see what's going on here then. Let's see how this race goes. I want to just honestly just not score points because I feel like it's so illegitimate. I've got a clear run down to the first corner. And as I've got the supreme acceleration, I'm going to get away quicker, aren't I? Well, I thought I would. Am I just going to get destroyed in the race now? That's probably what's going to happen, isn't it? Okay then, not a shabby start. See, what were you thinking, guys? Why weren't you hiring me before this? Look what this guy can do. He's all over the place in the first sector. We'll ignore that, but I mean, it's not from the realms of possibility that I will. Oh, I could win this race, but maybe not with that first sector. But through this middle sector, because I've got this gearing on, it's just. It feels like OP. But then again, it wasn't even just the middle sector where I was gaining time in the qualifying session. There's oil down on track, so someone's blown up already. First lap of the race. Barrichello seems to be flying clear right now. I'm not really driving any differently than I did in qualifying. Oh, slightly wide. Didn't quite go off though. So someone has retired there. It looks like a red and white dot in the pit lane. You can see I'm maxing out my rev limiter here. To be fair, this car's a lot of fun to drive. It's not doing too badly whatsoever. I'm closing down a Ferrari. What is going on right now? To be fair, I kind of want Rubens to win just to close up the championship in the game. The first sector should be the one I lose all my time in because I've got the bad gearing. Maybe I just won't play around with the... Okay, there you go. That's a bit of a penalty. Oh wait, that was a 7 seconds penalty I just got there. Okay. That was rather mean for what was not a huge corner cut, but... Now I'm going to have to do some overtaking then, lads. Oh, don't look behind, Alex. That's not the way you want to be going. Oh, there comes Mr. I think Jensen Button down the inside. I think my pit lap was lap 3. Alright, so Ferrari's in pit lane now. Okay, so let's go for it. Round the last corner, up to the start finish line. Obviously gaining a position because Michael's in the pit lane, but now down to the first corner, you can hear hitting the rev limiter about 180. Ooh, locking up. But we didn't destroy it. Good stuff. Honestly thought I was going to smash into the back of him there. So, who was this again? Is this Kimi? I think this might be Kimi because I think Montoya was in P3 whilst I was in P2, so that would make sense. Yeah, it's Kimi. Whoa! I think there's a bit of felt like a bit of oil down there. This is just so funny. It just shows how much, you know, F1 games have evolved over the years. They never have been ultra realistic titles. I mean, at least the main game. I mean, Codemasters is probably actually one of the more realistic Formula 1 games in a lot of ways. I mean, some of the physics in these games... Oh! No! Okay, thank goodness that Toyota stopped because I just pulled out right in front of him. But yeah, some of the physics are a little bit to be desired. Wow, okay. I've made one mistake, well, one bigger mistake here, and it's all gone a little bit bad. If you're not going to attack the pit entrance, mate, I'm just going to go past you. I feel like it slows me down. It does slow me down. Wow, okay, so it all went on there. A bit of a spin. So we need to remember, I think I've done a couple of practice races, so you do need to do things. Circle. I can't remember what it was. Was it square? I feel like circle again, square, and away we go. But we're getting held in the pit lane. Wasn't a great stop. So I'm not sure who exactly we're behind here. Mr. Webber is this? Or is it no, it's a Renault. Okay, so that's not Webber. The yellow flag. Is that for here? Or, oh, it's the yellow flag there. Someone's blown up. Please let it be a Minardi. Am I allowed to overtake yet? It's the little yellow flags. There you go. Green flag. Green, green, green. Slippery oil. Not there though. It's Fisichella just in front of us here. Come on. Do it for the lads. So I cut that corner and lost a lot of time. I cut it maybe it would have gave me like 0.2 of a second, but it slowed me down for I think 8 seconds. Slightly harsh, but it's the game, so we'll just go on with it. That's the corner I need to watch out for. That curve on the inside is a little bit brutal. That's what sent me around. It's not my first mistake all weekend was going over that curve. I mean, obviously cutting the corner, but I never realised that was going to slow me down quite so much. At least it's actually turned into a bit more of a race now, though. I've actually got something to do. I really would have felt bad if I won the race, I'm not going to lie. Right, people are coming out the pit lane. Hitting the pit limiter. We're going to go for the stow. Down the inside, late on the brakes. Ooh. Shove them out wide. There you go, that's what you do at Hungary. That's how you get an overtake down that turn 1 then, lads. Whoa! Okay, he was a lot slower through there than I thought. We've got the acceleration, but I don't know whether we're going to quite be able to get past him here. This is Jensen here. Not Takuma in the other BAR. We're going to go around the outside of him here. No, that's not worked out. So we've got, how many laps to go? We've got 2 more laps to go after this. So there's 2 danger points really for me. The chicane, where I spun. That's not I didn't spin there, I got the corner cut penalty. And this corner coming up now, that I spun around at. But you need to attack that corner because you lose so much time if you don't. least it's not so OP now. I mean, the fact that I would have been in pole if I didn't purposely throw it away shows a lot. Right, we're going to drive around the outside again, turn into the last corner. Nice stuff. Get it stopped. So is this Webber? Oh, we've got a yellow flag out on track. No, Jensen, you can't overtake. It's a yellow flag, mate. Yeah, so it's Mark Webber just in front here. Please don't say he's trying to overtake me under a yellow flag. Where is this? Is it the same corner again? I'm getting a yellow flag still message. Green flag, okay. Green, green, green. So this team has scored no points this season, just to point that out. We're currently in P6. We started second on the grid. Try and go on the outside of Mark. Can I do it? Right, couldn't do it to Jensen. Side by side! Round the outside. Lovely stuff. Let me get it done. Right, this is the penultimate lap of the race. I can see P4 there. Have to shift it down a few more gears there. I've got my line slightly wrong. Mr. Mark Webber is not letting me go. So it's Fernando Alonso we've got in front of us here. It looks like it's a Ferrari 1-2 right now, and I think a McLaren. Why do I keep saying Mercedes? I suppose it's because I'm so used to seeing a silver car up front and it not being a McLaren. Last lap of this race then. We've got Fernando Alonso just in front of us here. Last lap. So our best lap is a 1:19 flat. Fernando's 2 seconds up the road, so I highly doubt that's going to happen. But, you know, no point in giving up. So the front left tyre is slightly overheating here. You can see on the tyre map in the top right. Tyre map? Tyre data in the top right. But I honestly can't believe it. What is going on in this race? I mean, if we get to the next race and are stone dead last, I'm going to be very confused. I can't believe we're catching Fernando here. We caught him up a second in the first sector. Something fishy is going on in this race. This is the hardest difficulty. This is the hardest difficulty. I made sure to set it. Oh, looks like contact there with Fernando. He's going wide all over the place. I don't want to overtake him there because I would have felt quite bad. Oh, he slightly cut us off there, but then it was the racing line. Couple of corners to go. Ooh, slightly over the grass there. Going in a bit too deep. I don't think I'm going to get him out of the last corner, but we'll give it a shot. Round the outside! Oh my goodness! Round the outside of Fernando Alonso at the last corner! Yes! What a race! What a fantastic race that was! Oh my goodness, that was awesome. I mean, totally illegitimate being that quick in a Jordan, but it was a fun race nonetheless. And if I was any quicker car, I mean, you know, I probably wouldn't have got a podium. I made a mistake in there. I don't think I would have been able to win that on legitimate pace. Actually, looking at it now, I don't think I lost 10 seconds through the corner cut and the spin. Probably lost 6 or 7, so I don't think I would have won that race. So Montero, I think he's my teammate, isn't he? He retired. Raikkonen retired and Sato retired. So that is a Jordan, a McLaren and a Honda BAR. I need to just get this all in my head. So 5 points for the squad. And we're 11th in the standings after one race. Cards can. Yep, you can see why you weren't. Running. And actually, BMW Williams got their first points of the season as well today. So, and it leaves Minardi, Wee, and Sauber as the teams that haven't scored. Where's Red Bull? Why? Oh, that's points scored today, sorry. And then overall, there you go. I was like, where's Red Bull gone to? But yeah, we're up to 7th place in the standings. BMW scored their first points of the season as well. So there we are. I'm very happy with that. What an incredible race. I mean, it was so illegitimate. I can't believe it happened. But nonetheless, we've got the Turkish Grand Prix up next. This is one of my favourite tracks of all time. Let's have a quick look at the email inbox. Well done. Thank you very much, matey. And anybody want to sign me up? I'm gonna send off the Reddit application just for a bant. Anyway, I'll see you next episode. Thank you so much for watching. Oh, they failed. Whatever. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a great day. It's been Alex. Goodbye. And I just wanted to prove that this is on the hardest difficulty, because I know some people might question it. So here's the proof. Here's the options menu. So you can see the difficulty hard is greyed out, because that is the difficulty I chose before the season started. Race distance at 10%, and I can change that in the future, and I might well do so. So yeah, I just wanted to prove that. That's taken after the next Grand Prix, but it doesn't give any spoilers, don't worry. So yeah, overall, just want to say thank you, and hopefully you understand. This is the hardest difficulty. It's just all going a little bit crazy right now.